what up? We're back to Fable and of ours. Right, so last time I made a pretty big fuck up where I lost like 12,000 monies. I could have bought something nice with that, I'm sure, but I guess they fixed how housing worked in some way. You could call it a fix. I'd say it's a downgrade considering that they didn't make it just work. I have to do the controller thing. Fucking Windows menu. I don't even use the Xbox app or whatever the fuck. I should probably find a way to disable it from ever popping up. Volume's up, right? My volume's down. Nice fist boys. Look at him. He's waving. What's up, bro?
Back again for a beating, eh? You know the setup. Hand over some gold. So, do you want to test your mettle?
It's so weird not being a twink anymore. So ugly as sin, though. I guess I can do this for money, but I'd rather not. Anyways, as I was saying, we murdered like the entire town because that's how housing works. You have to get rid of the owners to make houses available. However, where before, the houses stayed vacant or at least available to purchase after killing the original owners because nobody buys them, I guess, I don't know. Now it seems that they all repurchased them, so I racked up a massive bounty and lost 12,000 gold for nothing. Oh, we still got a few extra houses, so that's something. Look at that gold door. It's like actually nice compared to the other poopy doors. Anyways, I only have these two houses, right? Yeah, that's a pretty big blunder. Never gonna live it down.
You! Yes, you!
Forgot this is even a thing.
Ah, it's you, Hood. We could use the help of a hero. Of course, I was hoping for someone like Thunder to come along. But, well, a nasty...
Yeah, alright. Sorry if the audio cut out, I don't know if it did or not. I was messing with the audio settings earlier, so I was making sure my mic and stuff were on. I knew they were.
Tracking a well-known assassin, a real vicious killer, and he's hiding out in the bandit camp. Of course, we'd never be able to get in, but by the looks of you, that snake pit probably feels like home.
Because I'm wearing an outfit or because I'm a nasty person?
Don't worry though, this is more about vengeance than the law. That scumbag killed my brother. There's 1,000 gold waiting for you, if you can do the job.
I can do the job.
Well, I can't say I trust you, but either you'll get the assassin, or he'll get you. So I suppose it works out either way. You'll
Yeah,
get
sure.
your money when that butcher is dead.
There's not a lot of, like, actual legit side quests in the game, which I think is weird. But that's one of them. In Fable 2 and 3, they made sure to put the quest givers, like, out in the world, so you actually have to talk to them to start a quest, even though they do appear in your quest log once they're available. Fable 3 technically didn't even have, like, any menus. It was all, like, an interactive hub that you can go to at any time. It's kind of weird. Imagine if the Heroes Guild was always with you instead of having to teleport to it. Really, they did it out of necessity, because obviously the guild isn't around anymore in the next couple games. So you can't just go to the quest table and pick stuff up, you know? Would have been nice if they did. Help the game feel less on rails. There's never any enemies here. I could have just teleported right into the camp, but I thought that there might be something. And I don't have the armor for the door either. Oh. The fuck me, right? Right, the main thing I changed with the audio is, I made the ducking effect less intense, so, like, the game audio should be, louder while I'm talking. I always made sure to, like, shut up during, cutscenes and stuff, because I knew that it would make it pretty damn quiet, but, you know, maybe now I can, talk and not entirely override the game. We'll see. Just no one here. Weird. There's a demon door here, so they know you're coming back eventually. You'd think they'd make this area repopulate. It's not like the bandit camp's inactive. There's bandits in there when you go. Right, now... Let's see, I now realize that, Scorm's bow is, in fact, the strongest bow in the game. Meaning that... maybe I will get the ebony bow, because I think they were still too scary to actually get anyone to follow us, or... At least not the people in Oakvale. It looks like we were having people follow us outside of Bowerstone, which is weird. What the fuck? Yeah. Anyways, I'm not escorting someone from Bowerstone all the way to the chapel. That would be, like, a massive waste of time. I'd rather just wait until I'm famous enough. I don't think I ever got the doll from this, so we're gonna do this real quick. I actually need to make money right now, because I either want to buy an ebony bow or that silver cutlass thing. Pirates cutlass, Pirates. We're gonna do the game that fucks my brain. Balbu book. Triple B, Wasp. Hob. Can I, like, mouse this, please? Shit, I guess not. I didn't even look at what things were there. That was my fault. My headphones just die? I know I just charged these. I know they auto shut off when they're not receiving audio, but I can hear everything just fine, so I don't know what the fuck just happened to me. Okay, I beat the time before, so I guess I do have the doll, which means I'm just being a dingus right now. I've got Mun on the line. Valgmush Fish Book, Sword. That's not any of those things. Sword Tree, Mush, App, Skull Valve. Ooh. Apple, Grave, Lost Fish, Posh, Hobbook. Wasp? Fuck. Where guy said valve. Whatever.
Spot the addition.
I saw my record. We're good, right? I think. I hope.
Need someone to watch.
Chicken. More like... Fuck you. We could actually do the chicken caking competition. I forgot about that. We're like buff boys, so we can actually do it. It's actually good to have mid-range strength stats for it, so you don't overshoot. How the fuck is everyone sleeping here? There we go, it's morning. Yes, I would like to make a purchase. Okay, he doesn't sell anything good, but maybe he'll buy this shit that I fucking ruined myself with. Apparently once you get your guile to like max level, you can literally buy things from people and sell them right back for a profit. Which means that's infinite money right there. However, we're not quite there yet. So, yeah.
There are more cursed bloody Balverines than ever.
Alid.
Pleased to serve.
Alid. Wonder if they have any unique things here. Not really a shop that comes to mind when I want to buy stuff. Kind of like the one in Darkwood. The Undead Axe. Look at that. Looks like orichalcum. How can an axe be undead, you ask? We don't have the answers to that, but we can guarantee that it can create new undead by removing the living. Kinda just an axe. It's got 2 blades, which means it's a 2-hander. Because it's heavy. There's 2 of them in stock. Oh, it has augments, it just doesn't show them on the side. Experience augment. That's nice. Use it on the undead, you get fuck ton of experience. War Dog Sword. Look at that. Big red sword. Flame. In a fight between a minion and Balverine observed by wandering traders in Witchwood, it would appear that Balverine sliced straight through the minion's weapon, leaving behind a wonderful piece of weaponry that has since been refined into a single sword. The Buzz Axe. It's a wasp on an axe. It just barely fits the shape of the axe with the wings pointing up like that. Boy. There might be a pick hammer even. A wasp was found in Greatwood impaled on a fence, found by a wandering beggar. A beggar can't be choosers. Took a weapon and made his own. What? It was just a stick with a wasp on it. The Hobcaster. Wow, magic staff. Weapon of the Damned. A cool looking sword. Kinda dumb that it doesn't have a crossguard though. Almost the Chaos Eater. Summoner's weapon of choice. This piece is said to be able to cut through flesh over 6 feet away. You wouldn't want to be the poor sod test this theory, would you? Yew bow, oak bow, ebony bow. No. He doesn't sell armor. This guy probably does. So, because he has the Buzz Axe, makes me think they might have the same stock as the Darkwood camp. Looks like it. Minion armor, wasp hat. Those are nice boots, actually. They only cost 10. I'll take it. There's some tough looking boots too. This whole set's cheap. That wasp booty. Wasp glove. Wasp vest. Wasp hat. That all of it. How much did Buzz Axe cost?
I'm pleased to serve you.
Pleased to serve you. Do. Slow ass menu. Yeah, it's expensive. And it's weak. As it should be, but why did everyone sleep under that big ass tent? There are tents here. Probably gonna murder all these people, by the way. The old menus weren't pretty, but they worked. And I missed them dearly. They were just like literally like stock Unreal Engine type menus, like just a kind of blackish green transparent box for everything. God, that looks terrible. Gotta wear it like the Green Goblin. Contain the fur from over 1,000 wasps, carefully extracted with magnifying glass and tweezers, and released back into the wild. Do wasps have fur? Obviously, the real ones probably do, but I always thought they were like chitinous. Oh, that's terrible. Fuck it. I don't really care about defense. I'll put on the whole damn outfit. I used to care about defense, but now we have stats. We look just terrible in the Prince outfit now. There it is. Ugh.
Hey, you want something? You only need to ask.
Follow.
I'm with you.
It worked. I guess he's a bandit, but
I'll get right now.
I don't know.
Need someone to watch your back.
Maybe people will follow me now that I have this silly outfit on.
Need someone to watch your back.
Did it again. I don't know what's happening.
Need someone.
I literally just charged this, so like it shouldn't be dying.
Can I interest you in absolutely?
If it is, I'll look up another wire or something. I don't know.
Watch your back.
May I be of assistance?
Man, those all the bandits, I guess. Shit. These guys probably drop money when you kill them.
Demand you stop. Stop dead. Now they're dead. I demand
Now they're dead. You'll go about yourself, mate. Right, I came here to fucking hunt an assassin, didn't I? Let's go do that. In style.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Alright, so something I didn't consider originally is that the Chapel of Scorn, it's actually easier to get the final reward if you're good going to evil. So I don't know how much actual sacrificing we need to do. I might have to look into it if I manage to get someone to follow us once I get back to Oakvale.
Oh, spiders in my... I'm going to stop you.
Enemy over there.
Right, another thing I never talked about, they kind of get rid of the armor system entirely in the next two games. Partially because it's not medieval anymore, but I think it's mostly because armor never mattered. Like, you were always taken to do quests naked post anyways, so, like, they just decided to make it all about fashion. The issue is, there's not really too much cool clothes to wear. Makes me very sad. They had a whole dyeing system, but, like, it's all very ugly, honestly. When 3 came around, they didn't even keep, like, weapon tiers anymore. They just made every weapon a unique thing. And they'd level up with your ability, so they'd, like, morph based on how you use your weapons all the time. It's honestly a pretty awesome feature. Maybe even cooler than the character itself morphing, because, you know, he did both. The issue I did take with it, though, is that the weapons for your game were determined when you started one, and you were supposed to, like, trade with other people online to get all of the weapons that exist. And I think that's pretty fucked up. Because obviously once the multiplayer's dead, you're shit out of luck. No. The assassins start coming after we've done the arena, so I don't have to worry about that right now.
Hey, put that weapon away, will you? I'm a
Okay.
bit jumpy at the moment. You could get yourself hurt. Can't be too careful these days.
You're right.
You haven't seen a group of guards around here, have you? Big, hairy fellows led by a real nasty piece of work. That bastard's been hunting me down for days. Can you believe it? My own brother wanting to kill me. I know we haven't always got on. I mean, he joined the bloody guards and I went a different way. But we're still brothers. We're not even that different. He's killed his fair share of people too, you know. I know what he's thinking. Mother's ill again, and he's never been able to convince her to write me out of her will. Besides, who's going to question a guard who brings down an assassin?
Let's see. If I remember correctly, if I try to play him, he'll offer me a bigger reward if I choose to side with him instead.
Did he? I
Right?
should have known that coward wouldn't have the guts to kill me himself. So, how much is he, paying you? 1,000 gold, huh? Now what would you say if I doubled that, and you get rid of my brother instead? With him gone, the inheritance will be all mine. Yes. I tell you what, the 2,000 gold is yours now if you accept. Marvelous. Well, I guess this is yours then. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe if I kill him, I can get both rewards. So let's do that.
I must say you've got guts. Take my gold and then try to kill me, huh? You should know better than to double-cross an assassin.
Yeah, they were actually brothers, and he's trying to knock him out of the will. I think there is a way to peacefully resolve this, but you don't get, like, any money out of it, so obviously I didn't want to do that. I want to get paid. I don't give a shit about these dudes. Big B! Ned Big B! I did it. Something tells me that he's gonna know what I did, and he's gonna, like, do some bullshit like, oh, yeah, I didn't pay you to kill anyone. That's very ungodlike of me. So, I don't know. We made 2,000 gold. We'll see if we get more. Back to Akka Valley. What sound was that? Swords? Maybe. I'm really mad all the guards didn't go back to normal. Now it's gonna be a lot harder to slaughter people next time.
You think he got him, boss?
Not a chance. My brother's been a dagger in my backside since we were kids. I won't be rid of him that easy. He were always my mother's favourite too. Oh, I'm sure he's a very nice assassin, Toby. You could learn a lot from him, you could.
True, he paid me, bro.
Still, it's not nice, is it? Wanting your brother dead?
Nah.
Who the hell asked you? I'd rip his throat out with my own hands if I had a chance. Filthy murdering dog. Right, boss?
He's brought nothing but disgrace in my family. I'll be damned if I'm letting him get an ounce of that inheritance.
Well, well. Look who's come back alive.
Excellent. That contract belonged to him all right. Our hunt is finally over. Right, here's your gold then. I suppose you've earned it.
Hey, we got mud! Fuck yeah. But I think we're good if I kill him too, right? So maybe I'll get something out of it. Poetic justice, scum bros. You just take it. He might even be immune. Doesn't look like my combat multiplier is going up or anything, so like, yeah, he's probably immortal. Alright. Well, pleasure doing business, boys. Got 3 thou. Right? Yeah, only 3 thou. Yeah. Thinking if I get back up to 5, I can buy another building or something. Headphones shut off again. I'm gonna try plugging them back in. Those of you who don't know, you can hear the audio now, right? It sounds pretty terrible over the microphone. That's like the entire reason I have to wear headphones. It also gives me an excuse to play games with nice audio, because I don't even have, like, speakers. I just use the monitor's audio, because I don't really care that much. My ears aren't tuned to that kind of thing. It all sounds relatively the same. Smell McDonald's fries. I don't know why. Like, I went to Five Guys earlier. That's not McDonald's. Fries smell completely different. Plus, I took a shower, so, like, it wouldn't be on me still. Chicken, chicken, to the same men. What a surprise, what a surprise.
Sir. Ah, welcome, sir, welcome. Might you be interested in a fine new sport? I call it chicken kickin'. Invented it myself. All you gotta do is step into the ring and kick the feathery vermin into the scoring area. Ho, it's easy. Now, my eyesight ain't what it used to be, but I can usually make out where they land. Wanna give it a try? Very good, sir. I'll be waiting here if you change.
So, when you get a score, he always gives you, like, the rounded prize. So if you're under 50 points, you get nothing. If you're between 50 and 150, you get the expression. But if you get the grand prize, you don't get... You only get the grand prize, you know what I mean? So I have to, like, actually play 3 times to get all the rewards. As I remember it. And I'm also think if you get the grand prize, the quest might end, so that's kind of shitty. So 50, 150, 250.
Ah, aren't you? If you think.
Diagonal kicks are more likely to, like, knock you out of bounds, but they're also worth more points. So...
Well done, in a so what kind of way. A center right scores you 50 points.
So, yeah, we get 5 kicks, which means if we just get it in the 50 each time, we get the grand prize. Pretty easy. All I have to do is do a diagonal kick every time. But now, I don't want anything, so kick them out of bounds.
I'm afraid you will never score if you can't kick. I'm afraid you will never. I'm afraid you will never. I'm afraid you will never score. Not a bad score, I suppose, though I would have expected better from a hero. Still, there's a special prize for you, the cock call expression. It's not that useful at attracting chickens, but it's a great party trick. Can I
Great for attracting dudes.
Chicken kicking, sir.
Let's see, I think it goes under renown. Or, never mind. Renown's obviously stuff you get from being famous.
Can I tempt you to a game of chicken kicking, sir?
Why isn't it called a cock call? Do it. Hey, buddy. You like cocks?
Ah, well, aren't you?
Right. Next target is 150, which means I have to get straight 3 times.
A bit of a weakling.
Ah, fuck.
A bit of a weak.
Whoa.
Oh, sir.
Oh boy, we have an issue. There we go, hundo.
100 points to the far right.
Alright, we're good. Just
A safe and uninspiring 25 points.
25 points.
Hey!
Err.
An impressive display of chicken violence there. You've earned yourself a silver key. Oh, my last one, too.
Yeah, Silver Boys. 15. Notice we can open chests.
Can
I don't know
tempt
which
you to a
ones,
game
but
of
we can open
chicken
some.
chicken, sir?
Maybe the one in Darkwood?
Ah, welcome back, sir. Aren't you just...
Alright, now we actually have to try. Because you saw that running start didn't really work out. Maybe a walking start, though, or a jog. Whatever this would be.
Close but no cigar.
No cigar. Cigars are pretty gross.
A rather disappointing...
I don't know if y'all are aware. Not great.
Not bad at... It's a chicken.
Alright, we just need to make a single scoring thing and hope that it's not in 10. Kind of fucked up that the farthest thing it has a 10, but whatever. It's like skee ball, really.
Well, it's better than nothing. Holy moly, I thought chickens couldn't fly. Maybe I haven't been feeding them enough lead.
I didn't mean to skip that. Whatever. Get the best hat. This thing actually has pretty good armor. If you look inside, you can see there's a chainmail helmet popping out at the bottom. That's... yeah, it had the stats of the only helmet in the base game. That's kind of why it is the way it is.
Can I tempt you to a game
The
of
Wasp Boys, though.
chicken, sir?
Look at those wasp tits. Well, you don't get any prize money from it, which is a bit shitty, but, suppose we can go to Chapel Scum. Here. I'll look up the parameters for that now, actually. Let's see. Chapel of Scorn. Scorn with a K. Wow, I didn't know. More you know. See, location, the temple, best time to sacrifice. The only way to know the best time to sacrifice is to look at your alignment bar in the menu. 6 size each bar, an inch and a million each bar is 1 hour of night. What? If you're completely good, your sacrifice will take place just before sunrise. If you're completely evil, it's just after sunset. It's a common misconception that optimum time to say it's exactly midnight, but this is most likely because people who did it had a neutral alignment. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. No, this method has been tested with full good karma. Around midnight, the reward was almost 8 times higher than close to sunrise. What? So it's lying. So just after sunset, like the start of nighttime is when we need to do it, I guess. Sacrifice someone, you'll lose 10 years of age. No, this only happens once, unless you get it during the trader escort quest. And hero save, revealing my head, Scorn does not exist, and the temple was built by a ruthless trader on a site where the energy was particularly strong, tending towards evil. The trader found the area, also built the temple, and demanded gold from those who felt the power. What? There's also built a temple of that. Yeah. Right, so they're both scams. Fishing in the water within the chapel is believed to yield larger fish, as well as a higher ratio of moonfish. I don't know, I'll keep that in mind. There have been any nymph branches of water past 3. Do with the correct moment to sacrifice the victims. What? Didn't actually tell me how to get the bow. Legendary bow. It was from the most bonus score. Jesus. The most powerful bow because it can charge indefinitely. Meaning, I guess the longer you hold it, the more damage it does forever. No, his sacrifice close to midnight on a Saturday night leading into Sunday. Start sacrifice. What the hell? You have to earn enough evil points through sacrificing followers. A threshold of 1,000 evil will get you the bow. Sure. It sounds like it's just a cumulative thing. I thought you had to do something very specific. Whatever. Let's probably think of how it worked in Fable 2. A very similar thing. You had to do something very specific to get the weapon out of them.
Don't do anything silly now.
Not doing anything silly now, mate. Hello? Follow. Yeah, whatever. Everyone's in their house, sleeping, so now, the cow in the... Never mind. Forgot I already slaughtered everyone at Barrowfields. Fist fighters are running away, so I guess morning's coming real soon. You know, the tavern always has people in it. I should have gone here first. Hi.
I didn't quite get that. Oh, sorry. I'm up to my eyes in washing and cleaning. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'm up to my eyes in washing and cleaning.
Greetings, hail, O hero bold. I am, you see, a famous bard.
Famous beard.
I sing you songs, you give me gold. It really isn't very hard. Now, let's see what you've been up to. Our man has chosen to be bad. His evilness is great. Don't ask him to lend a hand, or your pets he will cremate. To the womenfolk of Albion, nearest and remotest, his eligibility has not gone unnoticed.
Wait, what?
The traders sought heroic help, or on them Balverines would feast.
Did you just go through all my deeds?
But one of them gave out a yelp, and turned into the fearsome beast.
I am not proud of that. I tried very hard.
I get that.
Jesus.
Bad reputation one.
Well, you won't catch me going up to him.
Follow.
Like rubies.
I get that.
Follow.
Oh,
Follow.
sorry. I'm up to my eyes in washing and cleaning.
Jesus. Damn oak veils.
Ha!
You need a drink, my friend. Don't do anything silly now.
Oh well. Hold on. There's rent to collect. Also some Bowerstone, I'm sure. And then I'll do another questy.
No trouble.
We're very close to having money. Once I collect this, I should be able to afford a building. I don't know which one, but single building. Obviously, I'm not going to buy every house in the game. That's super time consuming. And a little pointless. Like, with all the money it takes to buy all the houses, I could have already bought everything that I'd ever need. So it kind of defeats the purpose. I just want to buy, like, a few. Maybe a single town. Another thing, Temple of Abo, definitely not worth it. You know, I decided maybe I don't care about getting every single goddamn thing. The Sentence isn't even that awesome of a weapon. That's what it is, it's a great mace. It's just not that awesome. I think it has a health regen augment in it, which is cool, but like, it doesn't do damage. And it's also just like way too expensive, so why even bother? Those are shops. I guess I'll get the house that's right in between the two I already own. That makes sense, right? Just, howdy. Howdy. Good? Nobody saw that, so good. I hope. Short hair. Huh. Trials of Arcan. My Dark Lord dress. Right, it seemed the owner of this house was not her, so, rest in peace, my dear. However... Is this your house, ma'am? I want it. Hoping for a pop-up. I don't know, man. Shit. Come on, is this your house, ma'am? Well, I didn't want to resort to mindless massacre, but, that's what we gotta do.
You are now a killer.
Luckily, there's no guards to see what I've done. Oh, shit. That, wasn't me, I swear. No thanks. Only one murder. Hey, there we go. One's up for sale. I said put all the people on the map for me. Alright, 6,000. Shit. Don't quite have enough for that one. There's one that's worth a little less, though. You also get a fair amount of money from killing guards, so that works.
Wait.
Some meats. Come here. There's my bow. What was a thing? Money. Yeah. Where is Multi-Hero? I guess it distributes the tough guards based on your bounty level, and the black ones only stayed around because they were just the last ones alive, and then Team didn't bother replacing them. Funny how that works. Trying to navigate around using the mini-map, but that's kind of where my chat box covers. It's a bit difficult.
Well, I'm off until you calm down.
What? Yar. Wow, indestructible chicken. I guess the shopkeepers are alive, so I can technically steal stuff still. Like, cool, right?
I don't understand. Why'd you do stuff like that?
Fun to do bad things. Oh, that's not why I thought I was stealing shit. I didn't want those. EBH. I want these. Hey, hey! doing here? Did you swing at me, you son of a bitch? Ow. Swords got him. Oh, he's dead. I didn't even kill him.
No!
Seriously, like, nothing has become available since I started the massacre. I don't believe this. These are, but that's a different story. It still costs 6,000. Is that like the minimum? Jesus. Tell you what. Why don't I just go do a thing, okay? I wanted to do this, do the quest, and then come back, collect rent money, and buy more shit, but whatever. I'll just go. I'm sure this isn't very fun to watch, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe if I use that time slot to talk about the thing I wanted to talk about, but we'll save that for later, because we're actually going to do a thing now. Or probably have experience from doing all that, don't I? Toughness. Yeah. Make a guile, please. And Flom. If you didn't notice, a lot of these are like kind of the same thing purpose-wise. This one's kind of shitty because all it does is knock shit over. But it's basically the Assassin Rush. This one's kind of shitty, even though it does a lot of damage. It takes a while to charge, even at max level. Actually, the format they use for spells in the later game, you just charge it, and the more you level up, the faster it charges. And you have the option to like push it down, do an area thing, or you can directional cast, which I really like the way that they changed that. To, like, make these into one spell, essentially. Let's see. I love the sound the Force Push makes, but I kind of want to use this, actually, so I think I'll just buy it. I did mention that all these maxed out at level 4, so, like, you know, I kind of just power leveled the shit out of that spell.
You're stealthy enough to use the lockpick expression.
Oh, fuck yeah. God, I hate these menus. Under skills in it. Signe. I want to switch these around. I thought this was the summon swords. It has multiple things, but you know, it makes sense that'd be multi-hit actually. Like that. There's multi. Well, you'll hopefully switch them, right? Looks like it didn't. can I unassign or what? Nice. What am I looking at here? Ants? Guard uni? Guard unibrow? Ah, that was so close. It looks like the meter's going up faster now that I have my thing. Anyways, let's do an actual quest, huh? Yeah. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? That was scratch. No protect. Yeah, let's just skip both of these, yeah? The Balverines don't have a ranged attack, so not getting scratched is relatively simple. The issue is I might need a stronger bow. Because white Balverines are actually a fair bit tougher than the guys that we've been fighting. So, you know, maybe I'll take that money I didn't get to spend, and maybe I'll buy a bow with it. Let's hope it's enough.
Don't do anything silly now.
Ain't doing things silly now.
Beer would be nice. Give me some beer.
Yeah, it looks like it's Knight. So that's an issue. And I'm gonna put on my pants and leave. I don't know where I was going with any of that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk over to Greatwood Gorge, which is kind of nearby. Or actually, there's a teleport point just outside of it. Now I'm evil enough that he should just let me in. Which wood? No. Greatwood. Yeah, the demon door wanted me to be evil. Once you're evil enough, he just lets you in, I believe, so... Oh, all you gotta do is, say what's up. This isn't good, mate. Oh. We're lucky, a traitor will be here, and, I can get a little murder on.
That's the way to do it, Master.
That's the way you do it.
Hello?
None of these guys are green.
Hello again.
Follow.
Follow. Follow.
Follow.
Follow. Put my weapon away.
Whoops.
Follow.
You hero of the hour. You, sir, are a great man amongst men.
So.
Follow.
Of
Follow.
Of everyone? Oh no.
Master, your great evil surrounds you like a shroud. Enter.
Bet. This door is actually pretty easy to open. I just didn't happen to find enough crunchy chicks early on. Issue is, I don't think this weapon's super great anymore. Weird. It is a legendary weapon, it's kind of like steel tier, whereas every other one is pretty much a master tier weapon. Or obsidian, at the very least. Plus, there's no point to whacking all these bushes. There's just a chest in here. Right, if I look at the info, be minus 45. Wello ruled the northern ridges of the Old Kingdom, and his warlords carried pickhammers, said to be forged from strong but extremely light metal in hidden mines. This one belonged to Wello himself. It has the piercing augment, 2 piercing augments, so it pretty much ignores armor. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet weapon to get early. Even if you're good, just go for it. I usually end up using that for a pretty long while. We just happened to get the cutlass this time. So in this game, the demon doors all seem relatively normal. However, I think in Fable 2 they really just wrote books to expand the lore on a lot of things. Probably because they didn't think it out too much with the first game. There's a new IP, they didn't know it was going to get a sequel. Lookout Point? I don't know. There's Power Stone there. Anyways, demon doors have like entire pocket dimensions behind them. They're not just doors. So they can take you to a completely new world. And they really start to play with that later on, making silly little Easter egg areas. Oh no. Boy, that snoring sound. This door's just open. Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh my god. This is actually horrid. Howdy, friend. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Snaky boys. Is that your shit pot? You leave your sexy poopies in there. That's it. That's pretty gross. I think it's so weird that freaking perverts like to leave cameras in the bathroom of all places. I don't know what they think they're gonna see. Or I do. And, disgusting. I don't want to think about women making poops. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go. Fuck. Let's hope I don't get hit. I could have bought a physical shield. That'd help. Oh well. That's the Balverine horn, by the way. It sounds pretty epic, doesn't it? Yeah, these guys are supposed to like be here when we walked in, but we already came here, so yeah. They're actually going for the citizens first, so I don't have much to worry about this part.
Right. I guess it's safe to let you in now. But hurry up. There could be more of them out there.
You fools!
Bloody Balverines. In all my years as chief, I've never seen anything like it. We might have had a chance, but these damn things follow a white Balverine. It comes into our village and kills whoever it wants. I can hear something now. It must be attacking the warehouses at the bottom of that hill.
Alright, so in this quest they try to, like, I don't know, do some actual storying by making this guy and
What the hell are you hitting? I'm paying you to kill.
sorry. Fuck. I tried to fucking get a quick lock on him, but I knew he was chasing me, so fuck. Anyways, he's immune to damage right now, so all you really have to do is land hits. Means I don't even have to charge. Like, an uncharged shot does absolutely nothing, but I don't even have to charge.
That thing's skin is too tough, even for you.
It's not true.
Great hunter in Knothole Glade once. He died fighting the last white Balverine. His wife still lives in one of the houses up at the top of the hill. If anyone knows how to hurt that bloody thing, it'll be her.
Right. As I was saying, you're supposed to, like, give us a silver augment, and it's gonna make us able to hurt him, which obviously coincides with, like, werewolf stories, but, there's actually a chest here that's kind of, like, stealing, but I can just open it right now since there's no one here. What was I saying? Right, I think they did it to, like, serve as more of an augment tutorial, because the game never tells you about them or how to use them. But this is kind of like halfway through the game, maybe even a little more than that, so it's a bit weird that they'd only do it now. I think this is one of my favorite areas in the main game. I like the big, tall pine trees and such, the rainy weather, everything looks nice and damp. Plus, werewolves are dope. They always keep with the generic fairy tale werewolf thing in all the games, and it's always a nice quest associated with them. I know in one of these houses there's like a pair of chainmail boots or something. That's what I'm looking for. Also, there's the top of this hill, there's the horn, if you're ever wondering if it actually existed. It's that big boy right there. There's no way to blow it, but it does exist. I think all these houses might actually be on lockdown until we get the quest done. So there's not really anybody walking around town. See, I think it's the chief's house that has it. Yeah, they're all invincible. They open up at some point very soon. Where he at?
The damn thing was just waiting for you. How could it know where we were going?
He was here again, wasn't he? I didn't want to hurt him, but this time, he's gone too far.
What the blazes are you talking about?
The white Balverine. It's my husband. Or it was, once. He was bitten by the Balverine he killed. And slowly, he turned into the creature he hunted for so long. For a while, he could control himself. But anything that was left of my husband is dead now.
That's the town horn. It must be attacking again.
My husband used silver weapons to hunt the last white Balverine. Please, take this. End his pain.
Right, Silver Augmen. It's plenty useful here, but there's actually a part where we fight, undead. I think they're called Hollowmen. Something like that. They're especially useful against them. And Hollowmen come in hordes, so like, it's good to have.
Balverine will think twice before attacking us again. We've got it on the run! We can hurt it! We can kill it! Folks say it lives by Witchwood Lake. Come back with its pelt, and I'll reward you.
It's weird that he asked for the pelt, but the trophy itself is actually the head. It's only got the one slot. Shit. Oh well. I like how I was so proactive about buying a bow first. And then I just never bought a new one. Yeah, there's the chest up there, isn't it? There's my boots. I want them. I also think there's a dig spot somewhere around this village. Not sure where. I don't know. I think there was a silver key chest in the area that we have to go to next. Which might be a 15 boy. And, yeah, that'll be good. It's also raining, so I'm gonna go in here and catch the biggest fish. I don't even know if it is the biggest fish, but it's a big enough fish, and that's all I really want. Alright, fishy, fishy. Fishy. Items, beyond other. Is it not gonna let me fish during this quest? No, wait. Weird that it's making rain sounds, but it's not actually showing rain right now. 44 centimeters, 168 grams. What's the measurement above a gram? Decagram? Kilo is like 2 spaces above it, so gotta be something like that. Deca means like 10, right? So probably. So if I had a strong bow, I actually have the opportunity to like 360 no scope them right here. By that I mean actually scope them. See how he's all unawares right now? I can snipe the fuck out of him. If you happen to do enough damage by some Swarm's bow having miracle, you don't really have to go through with the rest of the fight, which is good, because he calls in a bunch of Balverines. Like his whole deal. Isn't necessarily what white Balverines do, they're kind of just stronger Balverines. But this one does. Because story, I guess. I don't know. They tried to do something. Bodied. Bodied. Jesus. Right, so, I never mentioned about the blocking is that, you pretty much block from all angles just by holding the Y button. Like, you don't have to position yourself at all to do a block properly. In the later games, they make it so you can deflect from any angle as long as you're holding block, which I don't know how I feel about that change, because, like, on one hand, I'd never blocked very much to begin with, so, like, it made a bigger reward when I actually did. On the other hand, it means that you're completely invincible just because you held Y. Or, with the newer control scheme, I think you just hold the attack button to do it, but that's whatever. I swear there was a silver chest somewhere. Was it across the lake? Or there's an actual one right there. Hey. Talk to me. You got anything to sell, mate? Green sack. Trash in it, no. He doesn't even want to buy my green sacks, does he? Hell no. I'll tell you what, I'm such a generous entrepreneur that I will buy all of your things. Your sack, bro. Yeah. You know what? I think it might have been at the Temple of Avo where the chest was. Oh no! Dang it. Alright. Might have to walk back then. Yarr! Griffin. Griffins are pretty sweet. Blade hole knot. Something they didn't consider when they decided to make this whole living map is that there's not a lot of space in Nuthole Glade. Or the Witchwood Island, I guess it's called. So all there really is that big stone giant, which makes me pretty sad. I feel like there should be a place for Balverines on it. Not though.
So, you're back. And in one piece.
Also weird that you actually have to, like, turn this quest in. You normally don't have to.
Triumphed over the beast. A hero of your stature deserves the glory of fighting in the arena. Your nomination should be waiting for you when you return to the guild. Oh, and speaking of the guild, they sent this letter for you from your sister.
Read the letter. Dear brother, I have always known we were special, and now I have found proof. I have this extra chromosome, you see, and it's this book tells of a bloodline from the days of Old Kingdom, and it was connected to a sword powerful enough to rule the world. A bloodline mother belonged to, I'm certain, a bloodline you and I belong to as well. Perhaps with your eyes you will understand it better than I do. I speak to the pages, but they don't speak back. Yeah, it's a fucking book. But the old kingdom vanished centuries ago. Pieces of it remain scattered throughout Albion. The guild is in magnificent glory, ruined. Oh my god, this is terrible. Fuck. Damn auto-scrolling piece of crap. There has to be a better way to read these. Let's see. Yeah, I'll see how it looks in my inventory. Otherwise, I'm not reading it, because that is a wall of text that auto-scrolls. Let's see. Stats, skills, logbook, maybe? Logbook. Combat quest, wait a minute, would it be under other books? Yeah. The Blood Rhine. Guild King vanished century ago, pieces scattered through Albion, the Guild is missing glory, ruined architecture, corpses, dark and only secrets beneath the earth. Fuck. Fuck! Right. Let's see. Lore stuff. There's a guy called Archon. The Archon, I'm sure you've heard the word before in other things. They're trying to be metal. He's the ruler of the Old Kingdom. And, you know, we're related to him. That's what the importance of the bloodline is. I did say heroes were people with blood going back to the Old Kingdom, and, like, some people might have thought that I was maybe referring to that specifically. I was not. I literally mean that heroes are the only people capable of doing magic because of that Old Kingdom blood. But, see, the deal with Archon is, aside from being the king, he was one of the first humans, essentially, I guess. There's a time when the world was ruled by these big ass scary monsters, actual demigods like titans and whatnot, Greek mythology, you know the deal. It's archaeologist. That to us. And monster guards break. Fuck no. Oh wait, I can make them all leave. That's cool. Anyways. Yeah, he killed all of them, and, you know, made the world inhabitable. So he's kind of a badass. I think that'd be a cool setting for a game if they didn't want to do direct sequel. Like, as they've been doing. I think it was kind of a mistake jumping ahead so many years in time. Which is why allegedly they were going to do, like, a full-time reset for Fable 4. And turn it into, like, an actual Elder Scrolls open world thing. Of course, those are just unconfirmed rumors. Microsoft's hinted that they're working on it, but, you know, I won't speak too soon. As I was saying, guy super powerful, had a cool ass sword, and yeah, they need our blood to like reactivate the sword and to locate it. I guess I don't know. That's kind of the looking for chainmail, right chainmail, but like where's normal chainmail? There we go. What was I saying? Minecraft! I'm such a fucking dingus. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's like that's what the story of the game becomes about, getting to that sword. And, you know, considering that we need our blood to get to the sword, you can imagine what the final choice is. Like, I don't need to fucking ruin it for a game that came out in, like, 2004, do I? I'll still only talk about that when we actually get to it, because it'll be relevant then. But, bit cliche, don't you think? Or, I guess it's only cliche now. Games with, like, big choices in them weren't entirely a thing yet, like... I think this came out after KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. But... still. It wasn't really a big thing at the time, outside of the PC, of course, which had, you know, Elder Scrolls 1 and 2, which are both incredibly ambitious actual RPGs, unlike their successors, that's the word. Essentially, Bethesda's been making the same game since the beginning, but it's only gotten worse. It was crazy ambitious at first when, you know, graphics weren't a big deal, and it was pretty quick and easy to make everything. Or, not easy necessarily, but, you know, everything was freaking Dwarf Fortress levels of complex at that point in time. and that's no longer the case.
I'm watching.
Now is a bad time. Talk to the chief.
It's like fist fighting's gonna start. I'll make a hard save before we get to that. I don't know where he's at though. Oh, looks like he's that green dot walking in now. Let's see, I think Jade Empire came out in 2007. I talked about it a lot when we played The Witcher. So, they came out around a similar time, meaning that was obviously after this. So yeah, as far as games with like big choices in them went on consoles, you had this and KOTOR at the time. Probably. I'd say Morrowind, but I don't know. That game doesn't really handle your alignment very well. Like, you can kill anyone and live with your life. That's awesome, but it doesn't exactly have an impact on the world the way it should.
I am the chief of Knothole Glade. I am the best fighter too.
This is the final competition. I think we have all the things, so we just have to go for it.
Only the hardest warriors may enter. Warriors such as yourself.
Oh, you call me a hard boy?
Will you allow me to exercise my fists upon your face?
Oh, fuck yeah.
If you want to engage in brutal combat, you'll need 50 gold. The winner takes home the pot of gold. You can lose by taking too many. You might be a powerful hero, so...
Mortal Kombat!
We're about to start. Go.
Can we please skip the formalities? I just want to fight the big man who's fucking invincible. Like, it seems like a fun enough diversion at first. Even though you just do the same thing with the guys getting a little harder to hit each time. To get to the chief, it's actual trash, garbage bullshit. I think that you pretty much have to flourish if you want to land a hit on him, or you can hit him from behind, but it's kind of difficult to do reliably. Like, I guess I could unlock and actually run around them, but that puts me at great risk of being hit. Which I think you can only take like 2 or 3 hits from the chief, which is super fucked up.
God, beat him up. Come on.
Fuck. Alright. I like how my particle effect's still there for my bow, which is unequipped.
Stay inside the ring.
God, beat him up.
You're supposed to stay inside the ring.
Looks like the adult version of that kid with the teddy bear. Whoa!
Yeah!
This one looks like him too, doesn't it?
You're supposed to stay inside the ring.
Easy mode. Is it time? Nope. Got another level of shit.
You're supposed to stay inside the ring.
See, if you just go behind him after you've knocked him down, he'll like get up and auto face you. So if you start moving once he starts to get back up, you should be able to make it behind him. Come on, anything above 5 waves of this crap is too much.
You're supposed to stay inside the ring. Oh, it's up to me then. You're supposed to stay inside the ring.
See, another playground myth is that you were able to get this awesome gauntlet that he wears, and it would, like, increase your melee damage when you wear it as a glove. And it's not really the case. I think you might actually get it as the trophy for doing this, but you don't get it as, like, equipment or anything cool like that. I think it's made of a Balverine skull if you look at the shape of it. Fuck. I'm trying. Woof. Barely made it back into the ring, bro.
Smack him with your fists.
Hey, you can only get hit twice by this fucker, look at that. I don't know why the first timer didn't go away, but I'm glad that it didn't just stay at 0.
Get it with your fist.
I'd really feel a lot better about this whole ordeal if it gave him a health bar, but it doesn't. So I just feel like you take some bajillion hits. Like, maybe you actually have to kill him as the final test, instead of it just being hit-based every other fight. We won, first try. Oh no.
It takes a tough fighter to beat me. You've earned this prize.
Oh, it's just a gold scroll. It's like a fucking Warhammer 40k litany. You read this and you call in a fucking laser airstrike.
You just got lucky. You just got lucky. You just got lucky. I suppose you deserve to win.
There we go, that's what I want to hear. Have my particle effect back, please. How's that wearing Bandit Boys? Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Oh, sir, look at the sky. It's all clouds and so skyly.
Yes. So I guess I got prize money. I don't know how much, though. Only 1,000. However, if I, take this bandit seal back, I guess, it's probably worth the least. I actually need to put new trophies in my Bower Stone house, don't I? This Fistfighter trophy is worth a lot, I think. You can farm fame by, Welcome to Oakvale Punch Club. Is that all? Like, are they all the same one? Why? Sell it, no. Rent it, yes. Alright, I'm gonna run around Witchwood for a little bit. Find that chest. I think it's at the Temple of Avo. You say shops are open, mate? I want to know what they got here, even though I don't have money. In fact, I don't know what I don't want to know what they got here because I don't have money. So it's kind of a disembodied voice doing all the yelling. I think it's allegedly one of the guards. It has their voice, right? But they made the town crier like an actual dude in the sequels. I thought it was cool. You can always see him wandering around the town square. He actually yells the stuff. He's also the guy who vends your titles, which makes sense, I guess. I still wish that they just, like, dynamically gave you titles, but whatever. Let's see. But I forgot to mention about the Archon fella is his name is William Black, so there's actually some other text you can find that mention him by name like that. Well, they like don't point out that's Archon, but there's like one specific line maybe, you know. And he's also allegedly still alive. Because, you know, heroes are immortal. Tell you what, why don't I use more multi-arrow, huh? God, I hate these. Dead. He is slayed. Played like so much puss. Everyone, including you. Wow, fake wedding ring. I can make a fake wife with that. You incredible stud, you. I do remember that I had some experience potions I can drink. I think I'm gonna save them for the arena. Probably the best place to get the combat multiplier. There is a better place, but I don't know. It's a little whiles off. I'll use them by then, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to max out my strength stats and grab this Harbinger. 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 I don't know. My brother always called it the Harbinger, which sounds pretty epic, but like there's no R in there. There is an R, but it's not bringer. It's binger.
Generosity is welcomed with.
Need a good sword to fight this.
You know, I never questioned him at the time because he's older. He's allegedly smarter. Spoiler alert: he's not. I've actually come to the conclusion that he has, like, dyslexia, and he refuses to accept it. And aside from him just genuinely pronouncing a lot of things wrong, he, like, mixes up letters all the time. And if you tell him about it, he'll get super embarrassed. Or angry. Usually both, because that's the kind of person he is. He challenges ego and he'll die. Like, he's the kind of person that would say photography, even though you commonly hear it pronounced photography. And anything else with an ography in it, he'll say ography. That's just a pronunciation thing, though. See, if something ends in an E, he'll pronounce the E instead of emphasizing the vowel like it's supposed to. Like, I don't know, cake. The word cake. He doesn't do for cake specifically, because it's obviously cake, but he would say khaki, which is a completely different word. Or like, the protagonist of Dead Space, Isaac Clarke, he'll say Clarky. So, I guess the fact that it follows rules means that it's not dyslexia, he's just stupid, but that's even more embarrassing, isn't it? Right, I intend to do the arena in this session, so it'll happen shortly enough, but for now we're gonna take a little detour. It's probably a side quest or so that popped up, and I don't know, there's stuff to collect. I have 15 keys, which means a handful of chests are open up. In fact, I should probably just look up the locations of chests, see which ones I can grab right now. But I swear to God, there's one somewhere in Witchwood. Anyways, I guess that gives us opportunity to talk about a game. Let's see. We're going to talk about Iconoclasts, a game that I played a demo for, like, at least 10 years ago, and it took until sometime last year, I think, to come out. I think the guy abandoned it for a while, but he finally got back to work on it. And see, I think I originally saw the trailer for it when he finally re-announced it come out on PlayStation of all things, so I don't know, maybe porting was a difficult task for him. I don't know. During the demo, everything was, like, really beautiful, music was charming, 16-bit pixel art, but, like, high definition, so a little more than 16 bits. Everything was, like, crazy animated, like, it's very rare for you to see a static sprite. There was no chest here, which kind of pisses me off. Tell you what, I'm gonna look it up. Fable, silver, chest. As I was saying. Yeah, it had the first area of the game. You fought 2 bosses during the demo, and then, you know, it told you, okay, thanks for playing the demo. We'll tell you in like a year or whatever when the game's out. Darkwood Lake has one we can go to. The Witchwood Cave? Where is that? Oh, okay. Edmund's Cliff, Darstone Manor. Okay, we're good. So there was one in Witchwood, I just ran by it, apparently. Sin of Sins, yeah, Fable 4, I hope. What was it, like 2 years ago when the leaks for it started coming out? I think they're about due to tell us something about it finally, whenever E3 rolls around. I'm expecting maybe an early 2020 release on it. Though if they're trying to sell the new Xbox, it'll launch with it in a potentially buggy state. Health augment, those are pretty rare. Too bad I don't have anything to put it in. The timer never went off my screen, weird. I think this is the closest one. This chest is like right in the middle of Darkwood. So from Barrowfields over here, it's about the same distance. Let's see. Anyways, as I was saying with the Iconoclasts, see, after the bajillion years it took to make, I finally played. And, see, a bit of a weird case for me, but I'd spent like 2 months playing it. I guess I was kind of busy during December, like I didn't play a lot of games in general during that time, but still, I think it took me obscenely long to beat a 10-hour game. I was starting out well enough. The part that the demo covered was as fun as I remembered, but after that, it kind of went downhill, I'd say. So it goes for like the Metroidvania style progression. However, there's like 4 upgrades in the game, so you spend a very long time with each thing, and while they are somewhat creatively used, some of them just are underused, or they don't really open up enough options, and you feel kind of lost because they're puzzles, and you're like, oh, I'm probably missing the upgrade, but no, it turns out the solution is just something incredibly difficult and cryptic, which made exploring the world pretty unenjoyable, especially when the reward for doing these hard things was just like a crafting material, which, you know, you'd use to make an optional tweak, which you can only have 3 of at a time, and you find a lot of duplicates of them, and, like, I thought that whole system was very unsatisfying to work with. So, yeah, I guess overall you could say I was pretty disappointed with the gameplay, even if the boss fights are kind of awesome. I guess it makes the game worth playing on its own, but I was playing in the hard difficulty, which, massive mistake, because some of the final bosses were actually complete bullshit. The second last one especially, because you fought like 3 in a row with no healing and no checkpoints. And yeah, I got very frustrated. Fun fact, the basic weapon that you start with is actually the most powerful in the game because it fires as fast as you can tap. Meaning if you have a turbo button, you now have a machine gun. So yeah, I did cheat my way through that part eventually. I was getting very fed up with it. Yeah, you think health upgrades would be something pretty obvious to go with, but there are none of them, so like there's no way to really make the game easier on yourself.
That's the way
You selling anything? You want to buy my grain sacks, please? I have too many of them. So, yeah, exploration unsatisfying, boss fights good, but maybe a bit too difficult in the hard difficulty. I'd say the game was consistently beautiful. Just like the demo, it's very rare to see a static sprite, which is cool. It's not something that you encounter often. Like, it's pixel art, it doesn't need to be super bouncy, right? But then it is, and it just takes them a million years to make. I'd put it, like, on the same level as Owlboy. Another game with similar scope, I suppose, but, like, that game knew what it was doing. I like Owlboy a lot better. I guess all I really didn't talk about was the story, which, I'm not entirely sure I even understood it, if I'm being honest. Some people complained about it being, like, SJW themed, which I think you have to be very careful with that statement. See, I initially thought, oh, this guy's probably being a douche because the character is a female and the second character is also a female. I'm like, no, that wasn't it. It's because the game takes a sort of anti-religious stance, which I don't even know if that's entirely true. Because, see, you're bringing down a religion, but it's for, like, a dystopian society, so, like, I don't think anybody's gonna tell you that's wrong. Like Bioshock Infinite, but even more fucked up. The chest is right over here, by the way. As a crossbow, it's strong, but I really hate the way crossbows feel, so I'm probably not going to even use this. What's it got in it, though? Silver augment, flame augment, piercing augment. Yeah, that's pretty good. They fire too slow for my liking. Where else was there one? Know where I can go. The Heroes Guild. So, yeah, creepy cult-like religion. Not necessarily creepy, but, like, you can tell something's wrong from the very beginning, I guess you could say. And, yeah, there's plenty of stuff for you to read, and you get really deep into it. I guess maybe, like, making it big and believable is part of what made the development time so long. It's pretty well thought out. I don't know, there's a lot to take in. I think maybe the reason people are so unaccepting of other religions is just because it's so difficult to comprehend even one, that you have to be, like, indoctrinated into it from a young age. It takes time to learn it. I did it. I can't believe it. I think the Thunder set has, like, the same stuff as a plate. Good. I think this is a weapon? What was I saying? Ah!
Embarrassment?
You're an embarrassment. The Areana. I guess that's my only quest. Let's take some boasties. Was I? Alright, a quick little blurt here. What is this? You see these two? Same rewards, so it's literally just your alignment choice. There's no reason to not take one of these. But it also kind of ruins the surprise at the end here. Because, like, you know, obviously they're enemies. You're not going to be given the choice to spare any, right? But apparently you're able to spare one. Wonder who it could be. Shit. It's clean sweep. Gets even more money. No protection, why not? Without a scratch, impossible.
Sounds tricky.
Yeah, story super convoluted. I think it was cool anyways, I guess. Fuck. Sorry, this is a very long-winded one, isn't it? No, I gotta go to Balverine, collect my rent. See, I guess it kind of goes into Lovecraft themes at some point, which is cool. You know, I'm always into that. And yeah, it's really difficult to talk about story without actually going into it and spoiling it, which I don't know, if you're not in it for the gameplay, which I just said isn't probably the reason to play, even if the boss fights are alright. The story is definitely the main attraction, and I'd say it's probably worth it in that respect, but like, I don't know, play it on normal or easy, please. I just hope that you're in for like freaking weaking things if you're hoping to understand it. Replace this trophy with something worth more money. See, I will say at the end, you have a character who's always like trying to protect you, and you're like, nah, fuck off, bruh. Your character's silent, but that's what you're saying. When you finally finish the game, you just come home and you're like, you know what? Not enough of your shit, guy. And he's just like, alright. That's like literally the last scene in the game. He just finally backs off and you're like, yeah, you go, girl.
Well, I'm off until you come.
I guess my bounty is still up here. See, as far as weakening stuff to understand the story goes, there's actually not a lot on it. And it's obviously an indie game, so I guess not a lot of people played it, but you'd think there'd be like a big group of people trying to figure this shit out, but there's just not.
Stay out of trouble.
Whoop.
That's all I can really do for now. I guess we're going to the arena. Everyone's favorite part of the game. Probably. Actually, one of the only working mods that exists for this game that doesn't use the underbaked workshop tools to release of this version is the one that makes the arena quests get replaced with like a repeating side quest, so you can actually redo it whenever you want. If any mod needed to exist, that was like the obvious one, and I'm glad someone actually went through with it.
Stay out of trouble.
Right, to the arena. We're actually going to be stuck in here and can't leave until we're pretty much done with it, so ready for that. If there ever was a time to buy a new bow, now would be it, but I don't think I have the money for that. Anyways, sorry for all the damn interruptions, but I guess that's all I have to say. My thoughts are too jumbled. I was ready to talk about it like 4 days ago. Let's see, I think other critics say that they also stopped liking the game at some point. I think for me it was more so because of the difficulty, but like, yeah, something just felt off about the whole experience. It wasn't that the platforming was bad, because there's a ledge grab, which means that it's infinitely forgiving. And, like, gameplay worked. There were unique ideas. Puzzles were cool until they're too complicated. I don't know. I don't know what I didn't like entirely, but... I have trouble recommending it, I guess. If you like awesome pixel art, buy it. If you like weird stories, buy it. If you're looking for a fun time, don't.
I think we can do a special offer for you, sir.
Arrow Dodger. This one makes me sound like a Wild West outlaw. Not exactly the kind of monster that I am. Reaper makes more sense. Deathbringer. Pilgrim. Gladiator. Gladiator, Gladiator, Gladiator.
Legendary white Balverine.
I hope someone remembers that, cause Adobe Flash is dead. I actually think that they did release an official Swords and Sandals game. It's probably 3 or 4. It was basically like Mario Party, but, you know, you did Sword and Sandals fights.
You coming to spectate or participate?
I actually didn't think it was too bad of a concept. It's pretty cool. Have like a board game RPG type thing. Before Armello made it good.
Participate, eh? Well, you'll need a nomination from the guild, just like everyone else.
There's also the Witcher adventure game that nobody talks about because I haven't played it either, but, you know, I don't know when that came out. I want to say that this Flash game was the first to do it.
You've already got one. My apologies. You can go in any time you like. This way, please.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
Naked boy.
Follow me. I'll take you to the arena preparation area. I tell you, the history of this place is wasted on the public.
Is that Maze?
First heroes, our land's heritage. But do people care? Nah. People don't want history. They want the heroes of today. Still, I suppose every era needs its own heroes. Quite profound, that. You can quote me if you like.
Right, we got generic enemies and unique man.
A couple of basic points first. First of all, I must remind you to keep your aggression for the arena itself. Anyone caught trying to cut up his rivals in here will be You have been warned. Secondly, the way out. You can come in after each round, not during the round.
Ralph, it's getting really ugly out there.
Alright, you, Chameleon. You've heard all this before. Go on for the first round and keep the crowd happy.
No problem. This'll be easy.
Okay, when it's your turn, I'll call your name and you will enter the arena through the door our friend Chameleon just used. Once in the arena, you will battle foes from all over Albion. Every group of creatures you defeat wins you prize money and increases the prize for the next round. The aim is to stay out there as long as you can to earn the big gold.
Big.
Now, you can come back here anytime you like to buy potions or more equipment. Do this though, and your price for the next round will be 0. And worse, the crowd will think you're a big loser. Real heroes get out there and stay out there. Whether you rest or not, the arena bonus prize, given by Jack of Blades himself, will go to whoever gets through every single round alive. So, get out there, use your skills well, make sure the crowd enjoys it, and if you have to die, do so bravely. The rest of you, wait your turn.
Right. So this fucking announcer guy gets a unique model. for some reason. I don't know why. He also has a freaking unique voice. Again, I don't know why. Let's see, we can take breaks with the arena, but it's kind of stupid because it makes your prize money go down massively. And you can't start over from the beginning again, so it's entirely pointless. You just kind of fuck yourself. Something that isn't mentioned is that, like, your combat multiplier helps keep the crowd entertained, which they'll throw in additional bags of gold. Oh. You can't get in trouble here, but you can get caught stealing.
Roth, bad news. I think Chameleon's, you know, dead.
What? Already? You idiot.
Idiot.
Right, people. It seems Chameleon only made it through 3 rounds before dying like a chicken in front of 5,000 people. We need a new volunteer. New man, you look ready. In you go. Talk to Al up by the door. He'll let you into the arena.
Oh dear.
Hello?
I normally try very hard to steal everything here, but
Hero of the hour.
doesn't seem like it's very doable here.
Talk to the guard and get out there.
Wonder if he has any unique stock.
No wonder you've been nominated for the arena. You did the impossible. Oh
What
dear.
are you waiting for? See the guard and get into the arena.
I guess he doesn't want to sell to me because he caught me stealing. I don't know.
I don't want this.
Whatever.
I don't
Right,
want this.
I can let you in now. You sure you're ready? Round 1. They always tell me this one gives them the biggest, buzz.
Buzz. That's a good one, Al. Buzz. Funny.
Right, another one thing that's shitty about not being able to back out without ruining your prize money is the puns. I never heard any of them.
Gladiator, famous for such quests as Orchard Farm and defeating ex-hero Twinblade. Like our other brave challengers, this up-and-coming hopeful has an eye on tonight's grand prize, presented by Jack of Blades himself.
You see that those characters are inserted just for the sake of the cutscene. Everyone else is just like a picture. An extremely low poly mesh. They look like dolls. You see, it's very much like the arena in Oblivion. It's got little traps in the corners, and that's about it. Which, if I'm being honest, this looks a lot better than Oblivion's arena. So, I don't know why they had to make theirs look like shit. Considering this is a whole console generation behind them.
3, 2, 1, go!
Boom.
Fighting like that earns 100 gold. The next round will be worth 500 gold.
Let's see, I talked about it during Darksiders Genesis, because I had an arena too, but the arena in Fable 2 was just so very awesome. And I think that it's a great evolution of this. Like, I'm glad that they kept it in. I guess every game has it to an extent. Freeze is like fake, but yeah, essentially, instead of staying in this one room the entire time, you go through like thematic rooms that have like cool obstacles and stuff, explosive barrels and whatnot. And yeah, it's just like a really big place. it doesn't make sense that anyone's actually watching you, but we'll forget that because it's cool. And it's also less about the combat multiplier, more about how quickly you can actually do it. That's how you get the legendary weapon from doing it. Because they made it repeatable, as it should have always been. Ah, use this again. I like that move. Look how my freaking ribcage breaks. God, we look horrid.
That's another 500 gold.
Alright,
600 gold earned.
I think next is bandits.
Another 1,000 up for grabs in the next round.
We're gonna use the bow for them, because they can block.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the team
It
round.
kind of goes into order that you encountered them, so it's either bandits or Balverines.
Side by side, fighting together for their very survival. And there's been a last-minute change to the hero lineup.
Yeah, if you didn't guess who that one thing we can spare is, it's obviously Whisper now, right?
Let's hear it for Whisper.
We're gonna kill her for money.
So, the two of them together, can they defeat?
You know, whatever. Kind of a bitch. Always looks down on us even though we beat her ass every turn. He had it coming. Ah, fuck. If I think I actually get, like, the crowd to, applaud more if I get the traps to trigger on the enemies. But that's, like, extremely risky. It's better to just be quick. They want to see bloodshed, that's what really makes it go up. If it takes you a while to kill something, then you're messing up. Also, can I just, like, talk about how useless Whisper is here? Her attacks do, like, no damage at all. It's basically you fighting all these guys, but she acts as a sort of meat shield, which I think is the reason the arena works, to be honest. Because some of these lineups, like all these Balverines, or when they make you fight two trolls at once, yeah, you'd probably be total bullshit if Whisper wasn't here to meat shield for you. However, all she can really do is knock things down, which in many cases will prevent you from doing damage, so it becomes a bit of an annoyance at some points. Balverines are actually especially shitty to fight because they do that thing where they disappear into the sky and drop down somewhere at random. Which you kind of just have to wait for them to come back down. Oh boy. What's happening? Is it very loud and unpleasant for you guys too? I hope so, because this is what I'm enduring for you. I think this is the final wave of Balverines, which, thank God. The other waves are all a lot easier than this, except for the trolls, of course. Yeah, you literally fight, like, every enemy in the game that isn't a boss. Even ones that we haven't encountered yet, which is a bit weird. I think maybe the arena would have been an alright place to introduce you to some new things before you start encountering them out in the wild. Or maybe it would have fit better even later in the game. I don't know. Like, let's see, there's a part not in a too far off future where we go to prison, and they make you do a shitty foot race several times. How about instead, when you go to prison, they make you fight in the arena, like, you know, the Romans did. That would have been cool. And you also would have ran into every enemy in the game by then, so would have made sense, right?
A nice round 1,000 gold reward! Wow! 1,600 in the bag, and there's another 2,000 on offer for the next round. These two did a great job last round, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a big hand. The next round is a real favorite this year. Anyone who's brave,
you'll notice that the sky is dynamically shifting. It just like advances time really fast to make thematic things. Like that rain was put in. This flooding is here because of that too. It's scripted. I like it. It's a nice touch. I just thought it was weird that everyone was sitting out in the rain though. Alright, the undead are actually pretty easy to kill. I think blunt weapons actually do more damage to them. I'm not sure. In fact, while I'm here, why don't I equip my obsidian great axe? I have the great hammer too, but you know, with the axe. Yeah, axe looks cooler. Fuck it. I'll put some augments in it. Silver. Flame. Sure.
Go!
This will make it more effective against the undead. Doubly so. I think flame does additional undead damage as well. There are 3 tiers of undead, and they all get, like, progressively more armored. That's how you can tell. Eventually, these low tier ones would completely disappear, and all be the second tier guys.
I've almost killed this one.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wait.
Yeah, I think that's a big one right there. I said they get progressively more armored, but that one's actually kind of more naked than the other guy. I think this is a alright combat multiplier to have, so I'm gonna drink my potions now. I don't know if I'm gonna get any higher than 15. Obviously I can get to like 20, but I'm not even gonna risk it, you know?
What?
I don't feel bad about any of that. Right, did I mention that the title vendor outside this place had unique titles? I mean, it's kind of obvious, like I bought one from him, but yeah, you can only buy them from him. I think the one in the final town has all of the titles in one place, which is nice. Otherwise, if you wanted to sound cool, you had to go to this guy. I think it's actually where I got the Ranger title, but, you know, it's not here this time. Because of evil. Ah, that wonderful sound she makes. Yeah, no more undead. Fuck yeah. There's money.
2,000 gold.
It wasn't.
They've earned 600 gold. But will they stay for another round?
She sounds like she's vomiting.
3,000. The competition's hotting up. We've already lost 3 heroes. Well, it's time to make our surviving combatants even more nervous. It's round 5, and here they are. Spared from the headsman's block. Let's have a big hand for the bandits of the Black Hand Gang.
Meaning the highest tier bandits. These are going to be like the ridiculously buff looking dudes.
One.
Master weapons and stuff. Well, the higher tier ones. These guys look like me. See how I just had to wait for them to get up because of Whisper? Shitty, right?
3, 2,
That's what she does, though.
1.
Yo, these guys wave as all bandit leaders. think I ever pointed out that meat gives you strength experience when you eat it. Part of why I'm just scarfing the shit down.
Go!
I think the assassins actually hit the hardest out of all of these guys. It's weird because they're skinny, but like, I don't know, they're ninjas. Ninjas are cool, therefore they get bonus damage. Fuck! Fuck! Oh, there goes all the bullshit, dudes. We're good. Okay, I lied. Ah. I feel like I may be clearing these waves a little too quick, because the audience isn't throwing in a lot of money. Ah, you fuckers. Let me get behind you. Ah, you... You notice how his animation got choppy when the time was slow? It's because this is before, like, tweening was a thing. So all these animations are done, like, frame by frame, like posing, and that's the best they can do. They can't just stretch it out. I guess that's part of why animations look so good back then. You know, they put a lot more actual work into them. Now they don't look great now with, like, motion capture and stuff, but, like, with indie games specifically, I guess, everyone uses tweening. It can make, like, very weak-looking things.
You have reached very famous status.
I'm trying to block, I swear. I'm holding Y. As I was saying, it's because with the tween, it just goes from point A to point B linearly. That's very loud.
6,600 gold.
So it makes it look like there was no wind-up or anticipation in, like, attack animations. But the guy will slowly pull back and then quickly swing. He'll just, like, do it all in the same speed and it'll look weak.
Our intrepid heroes have made light work of wasps, bandits, hobs, Balverines, and even undead. What could possibly pose a threat to our noble combatants? Ladies and gentlemen, it's round 6. The mighty Earth Trolls, Ingrid and Bertha. 3, 2.
See, the animations in Elder Scrolls games are very much like that. On the bandit enemies, they're alright for the most part, but on the player character, they're absolutely terrible. Probably because they wanted it to feel responsive, but still. My god, this is ridiculously loud. I apologize if it's like that for you guys. I think this is like the final set of waves too. Like I fight the Earth Trolls and we fight a boss. So we're almost there. This actually went by pretty quick. I always end up losing the audience almost entirely during this phase because these guys are so tanky. It's difficult to kill them fast enough to keep them entertained. Not to mention getting like stun locked by them is super crappy.
And another 4,000.
So look how fucking detailed that is. Isn't that beautiful?
10,600 gold. Enough for a small house. Do they want another 8,000 gold? Things are getting very tough for our contestants. We can all see that they're feeling the strain.
You can't even hear this man talking. I think it's maybe because I have the audience actually entertained, but like, what the fuck happened here?
2, 1, go!
Alright, you see this? If you're standing in the middle, they can both attack you. If you run over to a side, though, you only really have to deal one at a time. Makes it a bit easier, but this is still like the epitome of bullshit in this game. It almost entirely ruins the arena for me, honestly. See, in Fable 2, there's only one kind of troll, and they make it like a more specific boss fight. So it's a lot more bearable when this is the final boss of their arena. Like, instead of just fighting a tanky thing, you have to hit its weak points, which are like these little maggots that are crawling out of it. Which means that you have to use your gun, which I disagree with, but otherwise it's an alright fight. Boy, oh boy. Right, we were talking about Fable 4 earlier. I never talked about, like, the actual leaks that did come out. Let's see. They said that they were doing a total time reset, like, the world was gonna get destroyed. And you're just still gonna be in the hero of the same bloodline, like, you somehow survived the attack through a demon door or something. The world's gonna be reset, revert to medieval. I honestly, I kind of wish they went back to colonial. I thought that was a very cool setting that's not used very often. The recent game Greedfall did, and I haven't played it yet, but I'm very interested in it entirely because of the setting. I like the idea of becoming Conquistador with a sword and a gun. Anyways, that was like the big thing. Like, they were pretty much telling you they're gonna make the series right again after the disaster that 3 was. See, they told us it's gonna be open world. You're gonna have first and third person gameplay. That's what I meant when I mentioned Elder Scrolls. You're gonna be able to skip the main quest entirely, so like a real open world. You're gonna be able to build towns, kind of like Fallout 4, I guess. I don't know, it sounds like they're going for stuff that's very ambitious, again. However, I don't know, Peter Molyneux's not directing it this time, so I guess that's good. Maybe. It just means that we don't have anyone to blame when they fail on their ambitions. Honestly, it probably wasn't his fault. I'm sorry I'm talking so loud, it's just I can barely hear. What if I just turn my volume down, yeah? Ha!
600 in the bag, and only one round to go. Is it worth dying for another 10,000?
I'd say I feel bad for the guy, but I never mentioned his work outside of Fable. And, see, I think that the biggest example of time he really fucked someone over was, with the first big mobile game he made, which was called Curiosity or something like that. Essentially, there was a big cube that everyone would tap on. It was a clicker game, essentially. And you like pay money to get better pickaxes to dig through it faster. And this was like an MMO, so everybody was digging at the same cube at the same time. And whoever got to the center of the cube would discover a crazy reward. Nobody knew what it was, though. What actually came out of it was, like, you got 15% of the revenue from the game Goddess. I think that's what it was called. It was sort of like his own remastering of Populous, since he doesn't own the company that made that anymore. And that game was never finished, so whoever paid all the money to get to that final reward never got the reward. As far as I know, he's still in the industry, but he's not, like, in charge of anything anymore. So that's kind of the last thing anyone ever heard of him, I guess. But, yeah, it's a real sour note for him to go out on. I just wanted to see him freaking follow through on one of his promises, just once. Someone who I do actually feel bad for is Sean Murray from No Man's Sky. He took all the blame for the way they advertised it, which, yes, he absolutely lied about a lot of things, but he's also, like, a legitimate programmer for the game, and he's very socially awkward. He didn't know what he was doing with all those interviews. And after he fucked up, he shut up and he made the game better. So I respect that, I guess. I didn't even talk about this Scorpion. It's a unique boss. It's the only time we're ever gonna fight it. Not necessarily a great boss, but it's kind of like a bullfight, I guess. You just dodge it and then hit it, and then it runs away sometimes. Kind of poopy, but whatever. We fought it. It was cool. It was a boss.
28,600 gold.
Alright, that's the arena. Now I just have to fight Whisper.
So, what will happen? 2 winners and only 1 prize? Well, as you know, we have a special guest here today.
Oh, look at that nipple. There's a hole in it.
The hero of heroes, Jack of Blade!
You see, we get a clear look at him. You see how he has 2 other masks. Those are allegedly the other card characters. King and Queen of Blades. Obviously, they didn't go with Queen of Blades because of Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft.
The proposals are now the occasion. One final round.
I mentioned before that he used to just have like a creepy British dude voice. Now he has a voice modulator on. He added that in the last chapters, but I don't know, I like it better.
The loser will have the privilege of dying before me.
And just look at his eyes, you can tell he's not human.
They can't do this. I'm going to put on a good fight. But I'm not killing you. I can't kill you. We came here to put on a good show. And that's what we're going to do. Let's go.
Nah, I'll kill you. Oh no, babe. You're gonna die. The issue with a lot of the boss fights in this game against humanoids is that they block, like, almost everything, including arrows, which, it means you're kind of forced into melee most of the time, except when you're not. And even then, sometimes melee is like a bad option because there are other actual moveset, you know. Okay, so Whisper, she runs away, but then she blocks all your range attacks, so it's kind of just a shitty fight. Makes you want to kill her all the more, doesn't it? Time for the suck. See, your character doesn't have a name, but even till the end, she just called you Farm Boy. Like, that's an insult at this point. She called you Champ. She called you John Cena. You can walk away, or you can fall through in your boast and kill her and get additional money, which you didn't know about. I hate how they ruin the actual surprise just so they can keep that other one secret. Otherwise, there's no reason you shouldn't kill her every time to get the most money, right?
A fight to the death it is, you bastard.
Hey, I have both my parents, son bitch. Up. 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 Dead. Not even bleeding. Right, she's in a puddle of water there, like, that's scripted. It could have been so cool if they just had, like, the water turning red. But they didn't. Underwhelming.
My lady, he killed Whisper. He's nothing but a...
Ah, there you are. The hero they're all talking about. I'm impressed, and that doesn't happen often. But I forget my manners. I am
So small.
Lady Grey, the Mayor of Bowerstone. I can see you are a man of worth. You should pay me a visit at my Bowerstone North Manor.
You murdered my sister. You'll die the slowest death.
Thunder, I am tired of your protests and your petty squabbles. You
How
cling
fucked up her
on to
teeth are,
past
though.
glories and ridiculous
They're
family
like
ties
bending
like
when
an
her
old
mouth
fool.
moves.
As I was saying, hero, I do hope you will accept my invitation. We have much to discuss.
Yes, much. Got
You
them
are a
titties.
walking corpse. I shall never rest till Whisper is avenged.
I'll kill you, Thunder. I will.
That was unbelievable. I haven't seen anything like it for a long time. I'll guide you back through the Hall of Heroes. You truly deserve to stand amongst them. I must say, you remind me of someone who fought here many years ago. Memory's not what it used to be, but I think her name was Scarlet Robe. That's right. Ever heard of her? Probably not. It was all before your time. But if you look on your right, you'll see her statue. She was the first female hero to become arena champion.
Oh, so much for guiding me back through.
She was a fine hero, just as soft-hearted as you. But her dedication came with a price. After her final battle, she was never the same. She lives now in complete solitude, crushed by her failure to save her family long ago.
Look at his arms.
You are.
He kind of looks like a scarecrow.
Would end up here one day.
He kind of just like emphasizes the fact that he's not human.
You should bring her to me. I so long to reunite you both with your mother. Just think of the happiness it would bring her.
Also, your character doesn't really react, but this cutscene's broken. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm sorry. Yeah, your character doesn't react to it, but he basically just told you that he has your mother, or he knows where she is, or that she's alive. He's very much hinting that he's the one who fucked up your family. And I talked about Scarlet Robe in episode 1, like give an example of how the world is based on fairy tales and stuff, but yeah.
Whatever you decide,
Little Red Riding Hood.
You've earned the champion.
Balverine Slayer makes sense.
People everywhere will recognize you as the winner of the arena, and it will grant you access to Bowerston North. Don't lose it. It is rather valuable.
I'm actually very sad that that cutscene broke because of the epic music.
Hey, you. Teresa wants you to meet her at the Grey House.
This axe is actually incredibly slow, and I'd like to switch back to something faster, like my cutlass. Cutlass were a weapon of choice for old shipmasters around Hook Coast. Bluetane was part of legendary treasure that was never used in combat. Its hunger for blows is palpable. Cool.
Yeah, well, I suppose he did.
It's an axe, apparently. Shit. What was I on about? I don't think I was on about anything, really. Okay, we got a crap ton of money from finishing that. How are we on time? 3 hours, wow. We're gonna be cutting it pretty close, but I'm just gonna go wrap up a few loose ends then. Put some clothes on. Beyond Thunder. Look at those dope-ass gloves. I think that they might blend in pretty well with this. I'm playing Fashion Boys. Don't wear a hat because we're fucking ugly. You know, maybe we won't wear a hat for a while because we're fucking ugly. Yeah. I hate how dark our forehead got, like... It doesn't match the rest of her skin, you know? It wouldn't look so bad if it wasn't for that part. Also, it's weird how a lot of the fan art for this, when they show an evil character, he always has like long hair that's crazy receded. But you know, we're super ugly when we have any hair. So I think most people end up going with the bald.
Please.
I just want to go pick up my rent and maybe buy a house or something, and then I'm gonna spend all that experience I just earned. I don't plan on doing any side quests or anything, so I don't blame anyone if they ditched. Speaking of which, I know that the format that I've been using is very unconventional, and I'm sure there are plenty of parts that aren't super entertaining, especially since I like to fully play a game and explore it. Like, I know that's a very common issue with Let's Players, that some people only want to watch complete playthroughs, but then most people only want to watch a few episodes, and viewer retention goes down as everything goes on. And, you know, with me trying to do this as like a semi-educational thing in addition to just enjoying a game, I have an excuse to replay something and examine it. I don't know why my robe isn't loading. Wax. What was I saying?
Don't do anything silly now.
Alright, I wanted to talk about YouTube in the near future. I don't know if they've already implemented it or not. I haven't really paid too much attention to it, but they're adding like a clip system like Twitch has. And essentially, anyone is going to be able to clip your videos, I think. And, yeah, anyone who clicks those and watches them is going to count for like a view on the original video, and any ads that are on it are going to go to whoever made the original video. But I think a lot of people who do stuff like this, it's like long form, are going to get a big boost out of that. Olive's Hood. Archer. I want this. So, yeah, whenever that happens, I'll probably go through some of my older stuff and, like, cherry pick the good parts. I don't know. Whether it be gameplay or me actually saying something interesting. Right, these are master weapons. I don't think they were actually sold beforehand, but now we're able to buy them. These are the highest tier in the game, and they have like 3 or 4 augment slots. Which means all of these can be comparable to, you know, a legendary weapon, if you work for it. Apollo's crossbow, look at that. Based on centuries of old concept, Apollo wanted to create modern crossbow with the feel of a relic from the past, and thus this crossbow was formed. Dependable in combat, but also pretty tasty to look at. Yeah, I guess it does look fucking sick. I'm tempted to buy this, but I don't know. I think I might be famous enough. Can I just buy the whole outfit, please? Not. Dark plate. I need to buy a suit of plate if I want to get into that one demon door. It looks like this is on par with, like, leather, or maybe even the bandit gear. I never went and looked at the stock in the Bowerstone shop, did I? I wanted to, but they weren't open every time I went. Why did I say that? Right, they have another, like, leather alternative in that shop that looks super awesome. And, yeah, I'd actually wear it for the whole game if I had it. I especially love the helmet on it. Man, this looks pretty fucking epic. Look at that. Apollo is a pseudonym for the leader of the Grey Company, the man responsible for monitoring Lady Grey's financial investments. As fearsome as that may sound, he had a reputation for being incredibly nice, often using his own money to bail out any villager that couldn't afford that month's rent. Oh, what a gentleman. Yeah, this is fucking cool looking. Fuck yeah. Shopkeeper ran away. Does that mean I can, get a little steel action? Steel-toed boots. Oh! No, I resist the race. Don't do it. Don't do it, I'm famous. No. No Ren. Shit. Alright. It's skedaddle. Let's make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
I'm keeping tabs on you.
I guess I did the arena so quick that no in-game time passed.
Excuse me?
Oh well. I still have money to buy houses. Plan. Pretty much every quest after the arena pays a pretty high amount, so I don't know, we'll be good in terms of getting gear. Really, the Anniversary Edition fucked up the economy so bad because, you know, in the original game, there were only the base armor sets. There weren't, like, crazy expensive things to buy at every shop. You just, like, you buy what you need for that point in the story and you move on. And the game wasn't prepared for there to be all this cool costume shit. However, once you had everything you needed, you weren't really buying anything before, so I guess it's a good thing.
There's really no need for that.
No thanks.
Wait.
Can I finish him? Can I give him the old bukkake? Oh, you know what? While I have the big money, I might be able to afford one of these shops. Oh, nice. Give me these. They can see me, can't they? Ah. Yeah, it's not working out. Probably because I broke in. If I use my picklock expression, that wouldn't be the case. Or I can be in combat. The other shopkeeper wasn't around, so we'll kill this one instead. It's all the same to me. I just want to buy one of these. I think they cost like 16,000 or something. 31. Stop renting, but you can't live in it. 2,000. Means I don't think I can buy a building, can I? Even if these are now available. The world we live in. Ah, shit. Oh well. Shops are big money. Let's see, Bowerstone. Alright, we're almost done. Gotta pick up my rent here. I'm gonna go level up. I love this outfit. We look like Trevor Belmont. From the reboot series, not the original Castlevania 3 or whatever it's from. Oh yeah, there is no rent. Fuck me. Which game was he in for the reboots? Mirror Fates? Something like that. He was like a ginger dude. He had a sick-ass fur coat. I liked that game. Wasn't perfect, but it, I don't know, it took a nice midpoint between what Lords of Shadow did and what Castlevania used to be. Heroes Guild that. There. Yeah. There. Big man walking through. Zeke. Let's upgrade our damage before anything. Take a health upgrade too, why not? We might even be strong enough for the Harbinger, I'm not sure. I'd love to have Guile, that's like basically all I can upgrade now, but since I can't afford it yet. Flame level 3, maybe. Honestly, I think I might just want a mana upgrade if multi-strike isn't available, which it is. Oh, yeah, I spent all of it. We're good then. What's this? It's a guard outfit. I don't know what that is though. Is that a master mace? That's steel. No, it might be master. Look away, old men. You know not what you see. Ah, it's just steel shit. I wonder why it's not working. What is that? What are those? Those look cool. Ah, you bitch. You're an embarrassment. Alright, I know I said that was gonna be the end, but I think 7s might be enough to actually pull the sword out, so I'd like to give it a shot. Like to give that hanky yank. Yeah, that multi-strike's pretty disgusting. I feel like I've never used it until now. Like, the game's combat system's really nothing special. In fact, it's pretty underbaked in a lot of ways. The multi-strike just completely breaks it. And in a way, it makes me have a better time. Especially when I'm getting fucked. Like what happened to us like 3 times in the arena. It also makes stuff like this possible. Ow. I wish I knew what that gibberish on the side of the map said.
Feels like we've been stuck here for ages. There's nothing to do. Sure is boring. Hope we can go back to camp soon.
I think there's an ambient event happening here. Yeah, let's go.
Hey! Will you help me beat up this rich trader? He's cornered down here. Come on, he's loaded.
You never know. You might get some action. We'll...
Follow.
Right. Lead the way, hero.
Follow.
Let's get going then.
So if you didn't guess this is a trap, based on your alignment, they'll tell you a different thing. Be like, oh, someone's getting attacked by bandits, please help if you're a good guy. He's leading me to a guardian bush. Means he must die. Or, I guess not. Shit.
Need a hand.
I really want to slaughter this douchebag. Fuck you. Resurrection file, hell yeah. Oh, by the way, fucking, Vault Factory, he did a video on this like a few days ago. He makes good content. It's all long form, but he does like in-depth analysis of entire games or sometimes entire franchises. In which case, he has no problem making a video like 3 hours long. He only covered the first game though. I guess they're just gonna wander off now. Guys, he made an alright video. He told it how it was. I think if anyone didn't play this game when they were younger, or when it came out and appreciated all of the crazy ambitious shit that it did at the time, they probably wouldn't appreciate it nearly as much. Right, like, it's just an alright game in all other respects, but it's still pretty unique in a lot of ways, even if stuff it's done has been done better by now. Anyways, I'd recommend the video, go watch it. Go check out his whole channel, actually. He's like what I aim to do in some ways, but like, you know, with editing and talent. Came here for the sword, didn't I? I don't think he knows like as much about actual programming and game design like me, but you know, talent and editing skill kind of trumps that in a lot of respects. When you're trying to make something people want to watch.
Good luck. Give it all you've got.
Hey, we did it. So,
Whoa, you're as strong as a giant. Wait until the chief hears about this.
You know, obviously we've been told about the sword already. That's actually what Teresa wants to go talk to us about. This is either a little stronger or a little weaker than the sword. I think that they rebalanced it so the Sword of Eons was maybe actually the strongest weapon in the game. I'm not sure. Either way, if you didn't get it, this was like the closest comparison that you'd grab if you were a good guy at the time. And it's also just a really good weapon. Like, kind of augments a guy in it. Harbinger, that's how I would pronounce it. Yeah, I think that's piercing and sharpening, which I think just is a flat damage upgrade, in addition to armor penetration. See, as long as sword was formed by twins Elda and Elsa after its creation to use it to cut off each other's hands, ensuring the world would never see another weapon like it. It's kind of just like a crystal with a sharp-ass blade on it. It looks pretty dope. I think it's a katana-type weapon. Except you hit with the wrong side of it. Anyways, we got that. initial plan failed, but we still got it. Which isn't something that happens always. I've never had so much experience in one playthrough, I don't think. I feel like I've kind of gamed the system a lot this time around. Right, all I have to do is save, right? I don't have my schedule for next week yet. It'll probably be something similar. I hope, anyways. So, I don't know. Any of the middle days of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Friday. We'll see when I'll be back. And, yeah, that's all I got. We're getting there. I'd say we have like 2 or 3 more goes of this game before we're done. Maybe even 4. We're pretty close. It's really not that long. I'll see you guys whenever I see yous. Where's the end button?